Today we are going to read the poem The Blind Boy, written by Koli Cyber. First, let us have an idea about the poet. So, Koli Cyber was a noted English dramatist, actor, and poet. He wrote altogether 25 plays and a number of poems. So, besides writing poems, Koli Saibu had written plays also, means he had written dramas also, and that's why he's called a dramatist. He was an actor as well. So, in this poem, Blind Boy, the poet describes the experience of a blind boy. The poem also tells us about the feelings of a blind boy, how the blind boy perceives and understands the world around him, whether he feels sorry for his loss of sight or whether he is satisfied with whatever he has. That we will come to know as we read the poem. So let us begin. So this poem contains 5 stanzas. First stanza. Oh, say, what is that thing called light, which I can never enjoy? What is the blessing of the sight? Oh, tell your poor blind boy. So, here at the very beginning, we see that the blind boy is pleading, he's requesting others to tell him what is light that he can never enjoy. He is also asking others to tell him what is the blessing of sight is, means what what does it feel like seeing things, since he doesn't have the concept of these things. He doesn't know what light is. He has never felt what seeing is like, and that's why he is pleading, he is requesting others to tell him all those things, to give him an idea. So here the last line of this stanza where he says, oh, tell your poor blind boy. So here poor doesn't mean that he doesn't have money. It means that he is a confused, he is a puzzled blind boy, since he doesn't have the concept of light. He doesn't have the concept of sight, and that's why he is feeling puzzled, he is feeling confused, and he is requesting others to please give him an idea about all these things. You talk of wondrous things you see. You say the sun shines bright. I feel him warm, but how can he then make it day or night? The blind boy says that the people who surround him always talk of wondrous things that they see. Wondrous things means strange, beautiful, and impressive things. Those people also talk about the sun that shines bright. So these are the people who have the capability to see things, right? They are not blind. That's why they are able to enjoy all these beautiful things. They are able to see the light of the sun that shines brightly, and they talk about all these things. On the other hand, the blind boy only listens to those talks. So here the blind boy says that I feel him warm. Here him means he is referring to the sun. So he says that I feel the warmth of the sun. But I have never seen the sun. I have never seen the light of the sun. Therefore, I am unable to understand how can the sun make day or night. So here we see that the blind boy is completely unfamiliar with the concept of light, with the concept of sight as well, and therefore he is requesting others to provide him with that idea. My night, my day or night, myself I make, whenever I sleep or play. And could I ever keep awake with me, it were always day. Here the blind boy says that in your case, day and night is made by the sun, by the rising and setting of the sun. But in my case, I make my day and night myself. And how do I do that? Whenever I stay awake, whenever I play, then it is day for me, and whenever I sleep, that time is night for me. And if I ever stay awake for a long time, then it is the entire time would be the daytime for me. So here we see that for the first time, the blind boy is not hopeless, right? Not he's not feeling pity for his condition. Rather, he is quite proud for the fact that he is blind, because he has this advantage where he can make the day and night for on his own. With heavy sighs I often hear, you mourn my hapless woe, but sure with patience I can bear a loss I never know. So here the blind boy says that I do not have any problem with my blindness whatsoever. But whenever I hear, whenever I listen to the heavy sighs of the people who surround me, who mourn means who express their grief over my unfortunate condition, then I feel sad. So, in the heart of this blind boy, there is no dissatisfaction, there is no grief, but he feels that there is some problem with him whenever he listens to the grief of the people who surround him, whenever those people express their sadness over the pitiable condition of this blind boy. That's why he is requesting them not to mourn over his blindness. And he says that, but sure with patience I can bear a loss I never knew. Means he is informing those people that I have a lot of patience, and with patience I can endure the loss. What is the loss? The loss of the sight. And he had never had enjoyed the sight, right? He has been blind from birth. That's why he has no idea of sight, and that's why he says that with patience I can bear this loss. And this is a loss that I had never known. I had never got any idea of sight, and therefore I am fine with it. Then let not what I cannot have my cheer of mind destroy. So the blind boy in the last stanza says that I can never have the blessing of sight, and this is a thing that I am well aware of. And since I will never be able to have the blessing of the sight, let it not destroy the peace and happiness of my mind, because it will be useless for grieving for a thing which I can never have. Whilst thus I sing, I am a king, although a poor blind boy. So the poor blind boy at last says that I am completely happy and satisfied with whatever I have, and therefore I sing. I express my happiness. And as I am happy, I feel like a king. I feel I am the king of this little dark world of mine, though in reality I am just a poor blind boy.